A strong mindset is not about being fearless about who will stand with you. A strong mindset is not about who will stand with you in your challenging times. Ugh.
The influencer loop, I thought this was really fun. I don't necessarily know that it was intended to be super fun. I did also like the kind of suspense factor that they added into it as well. But in this kind of technological boom and this, society where everything's on a reel or, a TikTok or, a video, and there's AI and there's, CGI and there's, backgrounds and editing and all of this stuff that has progressed so far. And in this kind of clickbait culture that we have, pranks and trying to trick people into thinking one thing when it's not actually there, or whatever, is very, very prevalent. And I think that this is so fascinating because it kind of draws a line of what are you what do you believe, what do you think is a prank, how much are you willing to go against what your instincts may be telling you, because you've been tricked so many times by the kind of current trends in technology and society. And I think that that's such an interesting concept and idea of that's literally yourself trying to give you a warning of some kind on the phone, but due to everything else, you are, denying the warning that's in front of you. And, even beyond that, maybe going against your own instincts of thinking that something is wrong or something's not right. And I think that, like I said, that's such an interesting concept. And then to, to take it that, step further, and that it actually happens, he trips himself into the loop, I think is great. And the fact that you don't really know how it happened or why it happened, or anything of like what happens next, is he stuck in that specific time forever, I think is great. I think it's really fun. I like when things are kind of left open-ended for the audience to fill in their own blanks, and I really, really liked this.
Influencer loophole. What an interesting idea. I mean, sure, it's a bit limited production wise, but I quite enjoyed the whole concept of it. It does feel like if we were watching a live stream, and I love how the calls this guy is getting are, his future self trying to warn him, and he doesn't listen and ends up trapped like the guy in the call, so like himself. Uh, it's a very fun idea, very original. Um, I mean, it's very short, so there's not much to say, but I think it was well done. I mean, well made. The idea is original, it's funny, and it goes to the point. And it's pretty well done. It's better to watch if you're watching in your cell phone than in your computer, but it's very good. Well done.
The influencer loop. I just enjoyed the ride of this because I wasn't really sure what was going to happen. Really nice sort of behind the scenes of what an influencer goes through. I liked watching that. It was an original idea, and I wasn't 100% sure what the message was, maybe because I'm not an influencer, but I kind of got that they're constantly on the phone with themselves. That's all they're looking at, is themselves the whole time. And I think that is kind of scary, and I like the depiction of that. And I think, I believe I'm solidifying my idea of that right now. Yeah, I really feel like that's what it was about. These people need to get out more. But really well done. I mean, in less than, I think, 4 minutes too. So great job, you guys.
The influencer loop kind of gives us this vertical horror series. So here we get to have this experience of, us sort of getting this POV of, a day in the life of an influencer, and we're kind of thrown through a loop almost. We kind of get to see some malfunctions happening with technology. Like we're hearing the phone ring over and over again. And it was funny because the first time it happened, I thought it was my own personal phone. So it's like that, that couple of tricks to kind of like throw you off your game is what the filmmakers have obviously intended to do here. And so you get thrown off, and so does the character when he essentially sees himself. And unfortunately, he sort of falls into his own trap. Like, he ends up, basically falling into the world that he was already witnessing. So we kind of got to foresee the future of it happening. So we get this nice like foreshadowing moment, and then it all kind of connects together. It's just the tail end of this tale.